Good morning, this is Ed Hammerly, owner of NJ Renewable Energy. We're out at another ground mount system. This is an 18.15. This is really our bread and butter, these residential ground mount systems, although we can do megawatts to roof mounted systems. But anyway, let me just go over this briefly. Like I said, this is an 18.15 kilowatt ground mount. It's using a LG 330 Neon Ace modules with N-phase microinverters. We're just finishing up today here. We're pulling the wire, finishing up this service panel that's here. Actually, in this case for the customer, we've done two things. One, this is becoming very popular with us, is these low profile arrays. So many homeowners are interested in solar, but they don't want this big billboard in the backyard. Granted, it's still pretty large, especially for a big home. However, at a low profile, there is a little bit of reduction in solar production, but we can easily make that up by adding another row or two. And it gives you the ability to put some bushes or a fence or what have you. But the truth of the matter is you're just not gonna see it as you would normally would with an array that's 15 feet off the ground. So anyway, let's take a quick look. Sometimes we do stone beds underneath. This homeowner opted for the grass look. We probably do more of these than the stone because the stone is usually a little bit of an increase in costs. However, I actually like the grass mount system as well. The grass is a little thick here. This customer has a lot of fertilizing and watering going on prior to the array, so we're gonna have to knock it down a few times here, but as time goes by with less sun underneath of it, the grass will still grow, but it won't be as thick as you're seeing here right now. But anyway, let's go around the side of the array. One thing I wanted to say too is our arrays, the ground system that we use, the racking system, is called PV racking. There is no better system out there. Since we're in New Jersey and you're dealing with high winds potentially for hurricanes, this thing's not gonna budge. We also have no top mounted clamps. You can look here and see that these modules slide in between the racking system, as you'll see right there. So I don't care how hard the wind blows, this thing is not moving. So we'll come around the back of the array here. You can also see it's a very heavy duty, beefy array. Sometimes you'll see really thin poles, or the cross bracing is pretty thin and cheap. It's not the case with us. We build everything to tier 1 standards, top of the line. Although I would argue we may be top of the line in material, but our pricing is not. We're fair. We're very cost competitive through the whole state of New Jersey and the tri-state area. So you'll see here are the microinverters. Everything is nice and clean. Every module here is operating on its own. So if there's some shade, for instance, if you have some shading issues at your property, if one module is completely in shade, all the other modules are functioning by themselves, unaffected by the one that is in the shade. That's one of the major benefits of N-phase microinverters. Anyway, so we'll walk down here. If you have any other questions, you can always visit us at njrenewableenergy.com. But one last thing I wanted to show you is we also try to have white glove service here and take good care of our customers. I mean, here's the trench that we just had filled in a couple days ago. It's nice and clean. It's done professionally, and we'll hopefully have some grass growing on it in the next couple weeks, and he'll be back in business. One other thing I forgot to mention is that many times our customers are unsure of their house usage because things are always changing. They're adding an electric car. They are maybe changing their fossil fuel heating and cooling system to a heat pump, or maybe geothermal, or what have you. So what we'll do in many cases is run a larger panel here. So we put a bigger wire as well as a larger panel. This is a 200 amp service. So this will give us the ability to increase the array size, either extending it on either of the sides, or maybe potentially even throwing in another array behind it. Just a thought and something we offer to our customers. For more information about solar thermal and photovoltaics, we do residential and commercial. Please contact us at njrenewableenergy.com. Thank you.